Previously on the road to fit.
This is an act of love towards myself, and it felt good. There are so many changes. We're starting week 5 now. My goal this week is to get 2 more days of fasting in. My appetite has been so different over the past 5 days, 4 or 5 days. So this is the end of week 5. I didn't fast at all this week. I don't even think I'm going to weigh in tomorrow. I weighed in yesterday at I think like 224 point something. I'm not going to do a progress video. I really thought like, okay, I'm figuring it out and I get to share it with you guys. I think there's some self-sabotage going on. This week is a bit of a bust, but I'm never going to give up. I'm going to figure this out. This is important to me. I feel my best when I'm in shape. I feel stuck, you guys. I'm trying so hard. I'm digging my feet in. I started to get some momentum. And I just feel like I don't know what to do. I know I'm not going to give up. I know I'm going to keep trying. I know I'm going to figure it out. I'm just frustrated. It feels like in The War of Art, where I think it's Stephen Pressfield, and he's talking about when you change something fundamental in your life, you're met with resistance, which is you're trying to change fundamental things about yourself and the old self fights back against it. It feels like I'm caught between being stuck, like I have been, and moving forward into this new version of me. But I'm going to take some time to really sit down and go through who I want to be, reinventing myself and making it crystal clear for myself. There's a version of me that's that dream version, fit in shape. I just have to tune into her, tune into the way she thinks, the way she acts, the way she responds, the way she moves through the world. Week 5, you guys, here we are. We're going to figure it out. Well, you guys, I made it to 5 o'clock today. I ended up having enchiladas. And by the way, I did have a green smoothie the other day. First time I've had a smoothie in forever. My main thing I think I need to focus on is just building up my self-esteem. Definitely every time I've lost weight, my self-esteem started building up before the weight started coming off. The beautiful thing about being in this weight loss struggle is that it reminds us what we want. Sometimes we need to be reminded of that as we build this momentum of not liking where we're at, wanting to change our body, but it just lets us know what we want. And I think that's important to note, that it doesn't let us go. It has this hold on us always in the background, because I believe that it's meant for us. You deserve to enjoy wearing your clothes. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve to walk around the world and feel proud of how your body looks. So we're rounding out week 6. I could be so much further along right now. You guys know I'm very private and keep my private life private, but you know, over the past few years, my life was very stressful. And I had a lot of things going on. So I think that really hurt my self-esteem. And it's something that I'm just now realizing, like, I really got to work on this. Week 4, I did so good on my diet. I felt the weight coming off. I felt things changing. And then bam, the past 2 weeks, I've had zero structure. I've been eating whatever I want. And I just self-sabotaged myself. I felt what was coming and I sabotaged. But I have been doing the inner work the past 2 weeks. I actually feel ready to lock in and almost be a little bit militant about my diet. I'm going to go for clean foods. I'm going to start fasting, and I'm going to allow myself, I think, 1 cheat meal a day, or 1 cheat meal a week. I want to share with you guys like my foods, what days I fast, how I do it all. The reason why I think this time is actually going to be different is because I think I figured out I had to change my energy.
I believe that everything is energy and we have to align with the energy of what we want. So, the energy of the version of me that's fit and has my dream body, she's got great self esteem. She feels good about herself. She feels proud of herself. She's motivated. So, I had to align with that energy by building up my self esteem. The funny thing is focusing on building up my self-esteem satisfies two of my theories. One, the law of attraction, you have to align with the energy before you get it. It's like a radio station. If you're tuned into 96.1, which is overweight, and I want to be in my dream body, which let's say is 101.1, I have to change my energy to align with that frequency so I see that in my reality. Changing my self esteem changes my energy because the energy of fit me has great self esteem, feels good about herself. So I have to have great self esteem now and feel good about myself now in order to attract in that body I want. And I'm putting it to the test. We're going to see if this really is the answer for me. The second theory that it satisfies is that our subconscious makes 95% of our decisions, not our conscious mind. It's the reason why I know I need to change my diet. I know I need to do X, Y, and Z, but I, day after day, still am not doing it because it's actually my subconscious mind that runs the show. I felt myself going towards being fit in week 4, and I self sabotaged because I didn't feel worthy. I think that I did not feel worthy of having my dream body. I feel like my self esteem had gotten there where I didn't feel worthy of all of those things that I enjoy. Being fit means so many things for me, especially as a female. It's fun to like wear all these cute outfits, and being fit, like, that's the best accessory you can have. Things just look different, things feel different. I think feeling worthy of the things you want is the most important. So, how I've actually built up my self esteem over just the past week and a half is one, by journaling as though I already have the body I want, how it feels, how I feel proud of myself, how I feel good about myself, how I have energy and I feel strong, all of the things. The second one, and one of the most powerful for me, is writing down 5 bullet points of things that make me feel good about myself. Like each morning, what are 5 things I did yesterday that just makes me feel good about myself? No matter how small or big, if it's, man, I really didn't want to do the dishes yesterday and I made myself do it, check. No one has to read it. It's just between you and you. What genuinely makes you feel good about yourself? And I think that's the important part. Something you genuinely just feel proud of yourself for or good about yourself for. Funny enough, the self sabotage kicked in, even though I know how beneficial it is to write down 5 things that you feel good about yourself for. I was procrastinating. I kept putting it off because I think I just wasn't feeling worthy, of the results that it was going to bring me or that it is going to bring me. So I self sabotaged. How I got over that was, this is going to sound so silly, but I woke up one morning. I was like, okay, let me just think of the 5 things in my head. I don't have to write anything down. Thought of the 5 things in my head, and then I was like, okay, let me just go jot it down. And went and jotted it down. For some reason, it just made it easier for me to actually do it. And it's important for me to actually write it down on a piece of paper. There's something about writing it out that makes it feel real. And then the last thing is just completing tasks throughout the day and acknowledging yourself, patting yourself on the back for. I think it's easy to just be like, these are things that I'm supposed to do. I'm an adult. Like, these are just everyday things. Like, I shouldn't pat myself on the back for. But I think we need to, or I know I need to. No matter how simple it is, I need to acknowledge these things. Oh, I got this done. I did good at this. I knocked a bunch of stuff out here. Just acknowledging myself for certain tasks or completing tasks throughout the day. And then I wanted to share with you guys something that you guys know I'm pretty private. I keep my personal life private, but this is important because it's helped me build up my self-esteem. Is I realized that for the past few years I've been so like stressed that my body has actually been in fight or flight. Like, I've been so tense. And what happens when you're in fight or flight, you're in survival mode, is that important areas of your life start to slack off a little bit because all of your energy is going to the stress. So for me, that's like work and all my loved ones. I like to pour energy into those areas of my life and excel in a certain way that makes me feel good about myself. And because I've been in this crazy, stressful period of my life, all of that got pulled back. And that made my self-esteem drop too, because I don't like not being a certain way at work. I don't like not being a certain way with my loved ones. Of course, it happens. We're human beings. Like, life gets stressful, things happen, but it did affect my self-esteem. And so I had to really stop. This is for anyone who is like getting out of a really crazy, stressful situation. I had to like really sit down and remind myself just over this past week that I'm okay. I can relax. Like, things are okay. Things are all right. And it's crazy how it makes you freeze up, which makes you freeze up in those areas of your life. But now that I'm like healing my nervous system, it's allowing me to start working on getting back to those areas of my life in the way that I like to. And I also took a break from caffeine last week. I did a little caffeine reset, which of course caffeine makes your stress go up so that you are alert. It literally puts your body in fight or flight. So that also helped me to relax and like just heal my nervous system. So yeah, I'm working on building my self-esteem up and learning this skill. And it does feel a little wobbly. Like, I'm doing things where I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm not even sure if this is the answer, but I'm trying. I mean, that's the life. And I just keep telling myself like, hey, I'm getting better. I'm learning more, and we're going to figure this out together. One thing that I did want to mention is that it's hard to align with the energy of being fit, like the energy of having great self-esteem. When we see things that we don't like, it's hard to be in this energy of, I don't really like the way my body feels right now. I don't like the way I feel in clothes. I feel miserable. I feel uncomfortable. All of these negative emotions. And it's hard to align with the positive energy that having this dream body that I want is. What is the dream body energy for me? It's feeling good about myself, feeling positive, doing things for others, all of the good things. And it's hard to go from here to here when you're living in this. So for me, I have instances all throughout the day where I feel uncomfortable. I'm pulling out my shirt. I'm feeling uncomfortable in my clothes, all of the negative emotions. And what is getting me to shift from that is saying, not for long. This is on its way out the door. I'm moving towards something else. Like, every time I feel uncomfortable, oh, not for long, it's going away. Like an Amazon package, this is going away and this is coming in. And I didn't even realize that I did this back in 2015 when I first started the channel. Was I would go to the gym and I would feel self-conscious because of my size, and I would just say to myself, like, not for long. I may be here now, but it's going away. And so that's what I have to constantly do every time I see something I don't like. And that allows me to kind of wiggle loose from the negative energy into the positive high vibration energy. So that's where I'm at now. I hope this video helps you guys. We're going to figure this out together. I'm going to start filming my food, what I'm doing for fasting, and sharing with you guys everything along the way. I hope that this was the catalyst that allows me to just lock in on my diet. I'm glad that I shared the past 6 weeks where it shows like all of the inner work, up and downs, because I think that's the nut and bolts. And now that work is what's going to allow me to hopefully lock in on my diet and be done with this weight loss roller coaster once and for all. But yeah, please share any of your experiences or comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helps. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Mwah.
Next time on The Road to Fit.
I feel like I've just given the scale way too much authority on the number.
All you guys know, my grocery cart never looks this healthy, so I had to film it. Look at all these veggies.